up and down the country, postal workers have begun a 48-hour walkout over pay and conditions impacting this Black Friday shopping weekend. Let's speak to Dave Ward, should we, General Secretary of the CWU, Communication Workers Union, of course. Hi, Dave. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the programme this morning. I'm guessing you've timed this strike for now to have maximum impact with Black Friday.
Well, I think, Kay, we've got to be honest here that postal workers who only 18 months ago were being hailed as key workers for keeping the country connected during the pandemic are now facing the most brutal attack on jobs that we've seen in this country for decades. What's going on, and I really do wish that people could look into what's actually taking place here, not what the company is saying, the truth, is that this company is axing thousands upon thousands of jobs. It's at the same time replacing decent postal workers by refusing to lay off 11,000 agency workers and recruiting new self-employed drivers and new workers on almost 20% less terms and conditions. This is outrageous behaviour. And the company itself is also destroying Royal Mail as we know it. They have no intention of continuing Royal Mail, one of the most iconic British companies that is around. They are destroying it. They want to turn it into just another parcel courier. And I'm going to say to you today, the people who are running this company have got so much to answer for. The levels of harassment and intimidation and threats that are going on in workplaces every day would be unacceptable in any business. And yet it's the leaders of the company who are doing this to ordinary, decent postal workers. And we're not going to put up with this. We cannot accept what they're doing. We don't want to be on strike. We want to reach an agreement. We want to serve the communities that our members have been doing for years and years. And I just wish that the government would really look at this. I think this is getting bigger now than just a dispute about our members' jobs, terms and conditions. No company should be allowed to lead a group of workers and a service so popular as Royal Mail in the way that they're doing.
OK, what sort of threats have your members been subjected to?
Well, I suggest that you speak to postal workers.
I'm speaking to you, Dave. You made the allegation.
Not
Tell
just
me
when
what
they're
they
on
are.
strike. Yeah, no, OK. I'm making the allegation because it's threats about micromanaging people every day, telling them when they've got to work, when they can't work, threatening them if they bring mail back because there's quality of service failures that they'll be sacked. So they're trying to put pressure on people to work beyond the time they're being paid. Just speak to postal workers, they'll say it. I've seen women postal workers recently resigning because saying that their mental health is being affected by the leader of this company who spends all of his time on his workplace social media platform, almost at war with his own workers. There's no CEO in the world that would behave in that way and be allowed to get away with it. And this is such a serious dispute now. You know, we're calling on the public to understand what we want is real modernisation. We want modernisation that's going to work for customers, for the future of the business and for our members. This is not what we're facing. This is an asset stripping plan. It's a levelling down plan.
Okay.
And I don't know what this country is coming to if this is the way that workers are going to continue to be treated. No one
OK,
would
let me
put
take
up
you
with
back
this.
to my initial question, if I may, please, Dave, and that was about you've timed this for maximum impact on Black Friday, haven't you? And I can understand why you've done that, but what would you say to those businesses who are trying to get themselves back on their feet and they're absolutely relying on things like Black Friday in order for their business to recover after the pandemic?
I would say to them that we've got no choice. What they should be doing is posing those questions to the company who were only out last week facing the market. And this is what this is about as well. They face the market and say the business is in a sound place, got a great asset base, great balance sheet. And then they come to us and say they're running out of cash and we'll be bankrupt in 3 months. Somebody needs to look into this. This is not the fault of postal workers. People know postal workers want to be serving the public, serving businesses, but we cannot accept this level of attack. So, you know, there's no other alternative for us at this point in time.
OK. The company is saying you've been offered 9% over 18 months and there is no more offer on the table and there isn't going to be. 9% over 18 months sounds like a pretty good deal to some, I'm guessing.
Kay, if there was an offer on the table of 9% over 18 months that was backdated so that our members got the full value of that, and it was linked to real modernisation, we wouldn't be standing here today. We would have accepted that offer. That's not what's on the table. And I come back to the point about the level of job losses that are going on. I mean, ask anybody, why would you sack postal workers in the numbers that they're sacking at the moment? And at the same time retain 11,000 agency workers and recruit new workers, self-employed workers and workers on 20% less pay terms and conditions. Is somebody going to suggest to us that we should accept that? Would any worker in the country accept that? Would the government accept that? Is that how you grow the economy? These things have got to be challenged now on a higher level than just us fighting for our members' jobs and decent postal workers fighting for their jobs. The government needs to intervene in this. I don't think it's any coincidence, Kate, that the chairman of Royal Mail is also the guy who wrote the report on the railways, the same people. And we genuinely feel that there's a coordinated approach here to attacking workers who are just standing up for their jobs, their pay, their terms and conditions. We want modernisation. We've agreed that the thing that Royal Mail really wanted was one parcel network. We've actually agreed that during the week. We said to them, we're willing to agree that. But they just relentlessly, they want to start people 3 hours later. What company that delivers parcels, letters and packets says to its workforce, we're going to start you three hours later and we're going to grow this business? It's not about that.
Dave, we're out of time, but thanks.
Kate, can I say something to you? Tomorrow, we're on strike. We're on strike tomorrow, Kate.
I know.
Get Simon Thompson in the studio with me and we'll debate this.
Yeah! Well, there we go. That's what your colleagues think of it. I can certainly say that we've got one of the bosses of Royal Mail on Ian King Live from 10 o'clock, so do stay tuned for more on that.